For optional, how would anyone judge whether the optional chosen is not working for him or her? So yeah, that is a very tricky question because it's very difficult to judge whether the optional is working for that person or not. So before you choose an optional, or while you are studying, or say you've taken up an optional and you're studying and you think that it's not working for you, you go through toppers talks on that. There are a lot of toppers talks on different optionals. Blogs are also there. You understand what their journey has been, where they face some difficulty. You go through the previous year questions, you go through toppers answer sheets. You then will be able to assess yourself better, whether your understanding about the optional is well enough, it's good enough for you to attempt the paper. You go through previous year questions. So if you have a comprehensive view about your optional, the syllabus of the optional, kind of questions that are asked, the kind of answers that toppers have written to the questions that are asked in test series or anywhere else, and your answers and somewhat your feedback for that answer. Yeah. So you speak to someone, you speak to a guide, and then you'll be able to understand whether that option is working for you or not. So yeah, for all right. So coming to Delhi is mandatory for UPSC preparation. So I don't think that coming to Delhi is mandatory for UPSC preparation because almost all the material that is there that you have to read, it's either it's available online or you can get it courier to your place. Why people generally come to Delhi is that first, there are many coaching institutions. Then, second, they get a study group. And as I said earlier, when you compare yourself to peers, it will also give you a little bit of boost to put in a little more effort into your preparation. However, if you think that you can do well at home, if you can understand whatever is happening uh, around you, and if you think that you will be able to focus more on your studies if you are at home like I did, so I thought that I would be able to study better if I'm at home. That is why I came back. I did not stay in Delhi, I came back. So if that also works for you, then it's not needed for you to go to Delhi. And there are a lot of institutions which are opening their branches, like even KSG is opening its branch in AANCHAL and other cities like Patna or Indore, Bangalore, or anywhere else. So you can also join those classes and have a discussion and get a mentor, talk to them about what your preparation is and what your level is right now and how you can improve. So if you get that, that is well enough. No need to come to Delhi. Just your self study, your assessment, and your improvement upon yourself is needed for you to clear this exam. Okay, ma'am, how to read NCERTs? So, NCERTs are very lucidly written and they explain certain concepts in a very basic manner because when we were very young, when we were in school, we would not have been able to understand very difficult concepts. So that is why they are written in such a way that even very young people also are able to understand them. So what happens is that when we start reading NCERTs, or for that matter, any standard book, we feel that everything is important and everything needs to be highlighted or made notes out of. However, what I suggest is that you can give one reading without underlining or highlighting anything. You read it properly, you try to understand it. And then when you go for the second reading, then you underline, because you'll be able to understand better what is more important and what is worth remembering. Because in first go, you'll think that everything is worth remembering, everything is very important. However, it may not be so. So yeah, so that is how you read NCERTs. So for any book or anything that you're reading upon, referring to the syllabus is extremely necessary, so that you're not wasting your time in reading something that is not really required. And that is true even for your newspaper reading as well. So say some news on sports or politics may not be as important and may not be requiring would not require as much in-depth knowledge or understanding from the perspective of the examination. So you can devote less time to that and more time to whatever is important. So read the syllabus, understand the syllabus, and then choose those articles which you think are important for the from the examinations point of view. And there are a lot of coaching institutes as well which come out with daily summaries of current affairs and things like that. So you can refer to those. And there are other podcasts as well. Like at times I used to listen to The Three Things by Indian Express. That's there on Spotify or AIR Spotlight. So those will give you a better understanding or an expert's view on the things that are happening around.